Basically, whip the egg whites. Say the eggs are pasteurized, so it's safe enough with a bit of sugar as well. And then you could like put it on top, make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Finish it with some more cinnamon. So it's that egg white, sugar, and the cinnamon that could potentially be a distraction to the rest of the actual thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we're heading. So just to reiterate, it is 4.2 times more for that rum and £33.71 difference between the two bottles. By the way, that is a Terry's chocolate orange cake that I've made. It's the next video after this one, a triple Terry's chocolate orange cake. So do keep an eye out for that. And we can confirm. Folks, just editing the video in my office, and one of the files is corrupt. There's a scene after the garage. I did change my battery. I wonder if that's why. And basically, we have lost the scene of adding the cream in. So it was nice and cool from the garage. That's when you add the cream in. And the good thing is, it was one of the most minimal comparisons. They were both pretty much the supermarket-owned brands, weren't organic or anything like that. So it's £1.15 versus £2. So 1.73 times more, or 67 pence extra, just to add it to the recipe. And in our opinion, it made no difference whatsoever. It was basically both double or AKA heavy cream. All right. So if you wondered where that went, now back to the video. Just imagine the cream being in it. All right. Cheers. That is nice and cold.
Okay.
So you keep that cold until you want to serve it, which for us is now. Look at that. It looks much more delicate.
Oh, it smells really eggy too. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this.
It smells really eggy. Are you serious? Oh, you're going to ladle it in? Oh, I'm going to pour it.
Oh no, that's going to be messy. Oh, no it's not. Oh no, mine's more messy.
That is two very different colours, isn't it? And why the heck has yours suddenly turned into a Guinness? Got a head on it. Look at that. Ooh. Do you like it?
I really like that. It's really sweet. You can't taste the rum in there. That's quite dangerous.
You can taste, it's really creamy.
It's like a milkshake.
Yeah, honestly, that was a really good way of summarising it. It's like a less cocoa-y, but it's the texture of a milkshake.
It is.
But slightly cinnamony, autumnal. You can't taste the alcohol. Dangerous.
I do like that. It's really sweet.
This needs to be amazing to make it worthwhile.
Do you know what? It tasted a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, here we go.
What are you thinking? The suspense is killing me. It's like genuinely, I have no idea.
You try that.
Okay.
It's more, you can taste the egg more. I would expect it to taste like this.
Yes.
Because you can actually taste the egg. That you can just taste is sugar.
There is a lot more depth and variety of flavours going on in there. It feels like an actual journey to Barbados to buy a very expensive bottle of rum. I don't think the rum is a massive difference, but I think it's actually those fresh spices.
I think, and the eggs.
And the eggs as well, again. But that is actually, on its own...
I do like it. If you didn't have that...
Oh, no, try it again.
If you didn't have this one to compare it to...
It's really sweet.
That does taste cheap and that does taste steep.
Yeah, and that looks like egg as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks a lot... What the heck happened to that?
No idea.
Did we put cocoa powder in?
But I'm not sure I'd want to spend...
It was 4.25 more for that. But to just make the recipe alone, from the ingredients we've used, that, just for the quantity we made, is £5.59 more.
That's a lot more, isn't it?
It's not the cream, because they were pretty much, as we saw, pretty similar.
Yeah.
The milk, I don't think it would. I think it's down to the eggs.
And I think it's the spices as well.
Yeah. The spices in the freshly ground nutmeg, I think, made a massive difference. It just tasted so much more vibrant. But I think it's the egg for that more lightness and delicateness. What was really sugary, apart from the sugar?
Vanilla.
The vanilla, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it could be. Because that tastes, you can really taste that
Like
sweetness.
syrupy, yeah.
Whereas this one, you've got that vanilla flavouring, but it's not so...
Yeah.
It's not really sweet.
No. I really wanted to...
I really wanted this one to be...
But it does, doesn't it? In isolation, if you have it, it is an eggnog. It's just really, really sweet.
Yeah. I think if you made this, like you said, for people, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, and it's just like 4 times more to have that, but it is kind of worth it. So we're saying eggs, vanilla, and fresh spices.
I'm just saying steep.
I normally like the cheap. For me today, actually, that I can't not. I wanted to hate that after that. Like nothing's going to surpass it.
I did too. I thought this was going to be too eggy for me.
Oh, yeah, and it's amazing. An omelette in a glass. Right, so that's it. Keep the cheap versus steep ideas coming through. Check out the playlist. There's lots of other fun ones on there. I think one of my favourites was the cooked breakfast, actually. We did a Christmas one last year with mince pies.
You did. One of the first ones we did was brownies.
Yes, that was the first one. Very good. So keep the ideas coming in. Do check out the playlist. Find it nice and interesting. Ideally, we always want the cheap to win, but we do tend to find that it's normally a bit of a balance between the two. And we love making these videos and hope you like watching them too. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, take care. Have a good Christmas. If I don't see you, because we won't. We won't see
Never see you.
We just stay in a little cupboard. See you later, guys.
Bye.
You just do a very delicate pop. You did.
Mr. Beast has taken over me in subscribers, but I have one secret trick up my sleeve. Book review. Listen, it was either that or Happy Wheels Part 200. I should have done Happy Wheels Part 200. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. 6 books that changed the way I think, to show that I don't care. I no longer care about subs. The first book, I know you have never ever heard of this thing. Buddhism. What is that? That's right, the anthology of the Pali Canon. If you want to read Buddhism, go ahead. Here you go, read it, knock yourself out, I'll see you in a couple years. But thanks to the Buddha's words, a summary, you can get to all of the good bits and skip all of the repetition. There's a lot of repetition in the Pali Canon. And what have I declared? This is suffering, I have declared. This is the origin of suffering, I have declared. This is the cessation of suffering, I have declared. This is the way leading to the sensation of suffering, I have declared. Why have I declared that? Okay, fine, this one also has a lot of repetition. But it obviously has a lot of interesting things, and I'll summarize the bits that stood out to me. We're all gonna live. Okay, follow along. Yeah? And we're all gonna die. What the fuck do you do in between? Only acceptable answer. Watch PewDiePie all day. Okay,
Powerful
good.
use of the
Buddhism
spark,
looks at life as
Guardian.
suffering. Now, I don't personally subscribe to this idea, but they go into depth of talking about craving as suffering. And this sort of opened my eyes up to self-control. According to Buddhism, craving is suffering. If you want something, you are suffering as a consequence. And I know what you're thinking, you little